Last time on Varrick World, we joined Grandma Halmeoni on a hot date with Ghazal Rul, presumably the most dangerous man in all of the Four Nations. As she went off to the Gimbap stand by the Air Nomad section of Varrick World, Marion and Chen Shaoxing decided to follow along, and they watched from some nearby rooftops as it was revealed that Ghazal Rul had been disguised as Slim Wicklock the entire time, and that led to an instant fight. Nobody was happy about that. Fists were thrown with bricks inside of them, binoculars were skittered across the entire park into people's faces, smoke pellets were launched, there was a lot of crazy stuff. Tokuga appeared at one point. Turns out Ghazal Rul is not the biggest threat, it's actually Tokuga. That's no fun. There was bombs all over the place. Marion had to find bombs and stop them from blowing up the park that he loves so much. In the end, though, Ghazal Rul was finally apprehended with many, many third-degree burns on his face from boiling tea. But Tokuga disappeared into the darkness, but not before Marion managed to get a bug onto Tokuga's person. In the aftermath of this, Marion and Grandma Halmeoni went back to their quarters while Chen went to the medical tent because he is looking really, really bad. He got some medical attention and was encouraged to go speak to Bolin, who is apparently visiting the park at the moment. What's going to happen with our heroes now that things are coming to a very big climactic moment? Let's find out here in the world of Varrick World. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to ImpTab Avatar, Varrick World, the Avatar Legends actual play where we make up almost everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Connor Wood, roller of dice, pumpkin of spice.
Ooh.
Justin Porter, aka JP, and I'm just being a hero waiting to meet his hero.
And Thomas Ryan as Connor Wood.
Oh,
What?
Whoa.
This is gonna get complicado.
Are you the pumpkin of spice?
I am the pumpkin spice.
Whoa.
And this is where the Inception music comes in. It's like, da, da.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, man, it is, a little time stamping on this recording. It's the 1st of September as we're recording this episode, and ooh baby, I am looking forward to it.
It's that season.
Well, let's go ahead and just pick up with our good friend Chen Shaoxing, because he presumably has a hero to go and meet with.
Yes, he does. I'm guessing he's still a little, it looks like he's still a little fatigued, but he's better.
Yes.
I would hope so.
After a bit of that attention at the medical tent, you're certainly starting to look better. Now, one thing that I should mention in terms of healing, how that all works, I went and re-looked it up, and healing in Avatar Legends, you get rid of fatigue by sleeping. Imagine that.
Oh, what a concept.
Yeah, and how much fatigue you're able to clear largely depends on what kind of conditions you're able to rest in. So if you're just sleeping on rocks on the ground underneath the stars, that's only 2 fatigue. If you're in a covered stable or a barn, that's 3 fatigue. If you're in an actual house with a mat underneath you and a blanket over you, that's 4 fatigue. And if you get a week's rest anywhere, then that's going to clear 5 fatigue for you. So anybody who sleeps tonight is going to get to clear 4 fatigue.
Sweet, I'm going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I'm just gonna throw that out in the universe. Tonight, I will go to sleep.
Manifesting a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yep, we will keep that in mind for you. But yeah, you are heading through the park to the VIP hotel area, this big fancy suite where, the really high-profile people throughout the Four Nations can go and get pampered. There's in-suite hot tubs for everybody, all-you-can-eat room service, etc., etc. And so you start approaching the front door because, this is where Bolin's going to be, and the bellhop says, "Oh, Master Sha..." Wait, are you dressed as Spider-Batman or are you dressed as Shen?
I think it's Chen.
Okay.
Yeah.
"Oh, Master Shaoxing, welcome to the suites. What can I do for you this evening?"
I believe I don't know if I have an appointment, but I would like to meet Bolin, actually. It would be really great if I could meet him, maybe work on his personality for my own work.
The bellhop kind of narrows his eyes and he's like, I don't know if he is to be bothered at the moment. And suddenly Varrick appears just out of nowhere and puts his arm around him. He's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. We'll get this kid right on in there. Come on. And just shoves past the bellhop and brings you right into the front door.
As he's doing that, I turn him I'm sorry, I'm not used to being in such a high class area. Am I supposed to tip that guy? I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you. And he
Okay.
pulls out just a thick stack of bills and tosses it to the bellhop. And the bellhop just goes, "Oh, thank you, sir." and he starts wheeling you inside.
And silently, I think to I just look at that. I just imagine, man, that's like. Or I say this out loud. I'm like, man, that's like a whole year's salary he just threw at that guy.
Hey, you know what? I think we can help you out. He pulls out a big wad of bills, as big as the one he just threw at the bellhop, and says, "You want to help me do something illegal, kid?"
Getting right into it.
And I'm just like, what?
Now listen, I trust you. You got a good head on your shoulders. You got a good noggin on top of that there big, broad set of shoulders.
That's why they said I got the part of Bolin, is because my head could actually fit in the mask.
Yeah, the big head.
Yeah, it's perfect. You notice that Varrick is noticeably frazzled. He kind of steers you off to a private booth in like the dining area, and he goes, "Okay, so here's the thing. People have been trying to blow up my park. You may have noticed that."
Oh yeah, a couple of times. But it's a good thing Spider Batman's here to take care of all that.
Yeah, so great. Spider Batman, I would love to make a film deal with that guy. The offer's still on the table. If anybody, he just does like shouting to the heavens, "I am manifesting the possibility that Spider Batman might want to start a mover contract with me." Turns back towards you and is like, "So I've been on vacation for a little bit, and I get home and I discover how many attempts have there been to try and destroy my park? Many of them, in fact. More than I would care. Like, one is more than I would care to hear about, and there's been more than one. So here's what I'm thinking. I hear that we got a couple people in custody, right?"
Yeah, there's a Professor Pentapus, I believe, and some other people. Yeah, like high profile villains.
Yeah, high profile villains. I've been one of those once, and I know that they're tough nuts to crack. So here's what I'm thinking. Lin Bei Fong is going to want to do, the legal interrogation process and all that stuff, but I know she's going to get the good information. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Remember how the Earth Empire, it originally was trying to take over the Earth Kingdom, but then Kuvira got stopped, and then there was an offshoot of the Earth Empire that was like, "No, we still want to do this," and they started brainwashing people and, like, taking over elections throughout the Earth Kingdom, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember that.
Yep, it was bad times, bad times.
You're talking the Cuban Missile Crisis with the Disney intern right now.
Yeah, so it goes way back to the Dai Li situation. They had figured out a way to brainwash people and turn them into sleeper agents, and then later on, those people in the Earth Empire, those rascally people in the Earth Empire figured out how to do it with machines. And those machines are very illegal because they were trying to take over democratic elections and brainwash people into voting for their nominees, etc., etc. So they're very illegal to use. I happen to own one of them.
Oh my, Varrick.
And what would you, pray tell, want to use one of those things for?
I want to get information out of Professor Pentapus and Gaz Al Rule that Lin Bei Fong is not going to be able to get out of them by doing illegal things.
So you want to get a giant robot to interrogate people?
Oh, it's not a giant robot. It's a giant machine they strap someone's head into.
Oh, so you need a perfect head to strap into a machine to interrogate people, is what you're saying.
What I need is for you to distract the entire police force so that I can get access to those prisoners and do my interrogation shtick.
Oh, right. Distraction. I think I could handle that for you.
Sweet. I'll love to hear it. And he takes that wad of bills and he pulls out half of them and slides them across the table to you and says, "Half up front, half on completion."
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this is when do you need me to have the distraction ready?
As soon as your earliest convenience, actually. And he looks you up and down and says, "You look like you could use some sleep. How about you start working on this tomorrow?"
Yes, I will get some sleep, and you can count on me, sir. I will make sure that there is a distraction.
Beautiful, lovely, love to hear it. I've got some other people to bribe. I'll catch you on the flippity flip. And there's just like that cartoon stretching, bing, and he disappears in a puff of smoke.
Wow, that guy is such a character.
Off to do more crime.
But yeah, by this point, one of the waiters has stepped up and put a big, tall glass of mimosa in front of you and is like, "Will you be dining in this evening?"
I look down at the cash he just gave me and I'm like, I believe I will.
So we'll pick up with Chen and going to talk to Bolin in a moment. Marion, you're heading back to the workshop, presumably?
Yes, I am.
And Grandma Halmeoni, are you also heading back to the workshop?
Yeah, I'm pretty peeved.
Oh, yeah. A lot's been going on for Grandma Halmeoni.
Yep, very angry. Still very, very angry, this grandma. Oh, no, wait, you're not angry anymore because you punched your fists to pieces.
I punched my fist to dust.
Yeah, so you're going to have to get those fixed at some point. Like, as you two are getting close to the doorway, you hear kind of this clanging and rattling noise coming from inside.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I can't deal with a whole lot more. Kimiko, is that you? It's been a weird day.
And you hear the noises stop, and a face peers around the door jamb, and surprise, it's your boss, Varrick.
Oh, geez. Hey,
This guy's everywhere.
Boss Varrick, what are you doing in my innocent workshop?
I'm here to bribe you, kid. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
In we go.
You get in there, and you notice that Varrick is just, like, rustling through every single box of components that he can find. And he's like, all right, kid, I got this machine that's very illegal. I can use it to brainwash people and get information out of them. I'm missing a couple components, however. Would you like to help me do something illegal? And he pulls out a big old stack of cash.
You had me at a legal machine, yes.
All right. So he starts working with you to find all the right pieces to power up this machine. And in fact, you notice it's just like on a big cart right in the middle of your workshop with a sheet over the top of it.
My.
He flourishes it, and you see it's this big console with like a chair that has this metal half sphere on top of it. And it's like, yeah, you put this on somebody's head, you turn on this machine, and you can get them to do anything you want, including spill all their guts about their plans about how they're trying to destroy your theme park.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely post-legal.
Yes.
This looks dangerous.
And now it's going to work perfectly, thanks to you.
Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, okay. What components is it missing? What is left to be done with this brilliant machine of death and torture?
Well, there's an electromagnetic field is the main thing, and there's a very particular sort of induction coil that we're missing.
Induction coil, you say? Okay. Give me a day or two. You know what? Give me 12 minutes. I go to my desk.
All right. Roll to rely on your skills and training.
Okay. 5, 11, 12, 13. Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
Good heavens.
Yeah, you think back to your early days with the Unmakers, and they were like, man, I think it would be so cool if we could just like suck coins out of people's pockets. And you were like, I know about electromagnetism. I can do some of that stuff. And turns out you have previous experience with this.
You mean like this? And I present it from my desk.
He grabs it and he starts kissing it, and he puts it into the machine, and it hums to life, and he says, you are a wonderful kid. And he slams the stack of bills on your desk and looks and sees this old woman with sparks coming out of her missing hands and goes, hey, how's it going? How's it going there?
Oh, you know, it's been one of those nights. You ever been on a hot date with someone who wasn't who they said they were?
Once a month at least. At least.
Aren't you married?
Yeah, I'm telling the president.
Those were the olden days. Those were the olden days. Before I married the love of my life, Julie Moon, the president of Republic City.
Oh, well, I'm just here visiting my grandson.
That's me.
I'll go pat you on the head with my stump arm. Ow! Just actively sparking, apparently.
Yep, got no questions about this whatsoever. You know what? So here's the thing. I've got your coworker Chen. He's going to work to distract the police people, and once that ruse goes off, I need you to help me wheel this on into the police HQ, and we're probably going to need a bodyguard. Hey, Grandma, Marion's grandma, are you good at guarding places?
Yes?
Awesome, and he pulls out another stack of bills and tosses it towards you.
I don't know what to do with this.
We're gonna use this money to buy you cool new hands.
Ooh, that would be nice. Could I get one that has, like, a laser gun?
Yeah,
Oh.
probably. I think those are on sale, actually.
You know, we got Spirit Vine technology. We can channel that into blasts of energy that can destroy entire cities.
We'll hit the mech shop in the morning. See what they got over there in the battle robot arena.
The battle robot department.
Yeah.
But yeah, Varrick, he steps up to the two of you and puts a hand on one of each of your shoulders and leans you in close and says, friends, I am not well. Thank you very much for your help. We're going to stop this place from getting destroyed, especially because we've got Fire Lord Izumi and King Wu stopping by in just a couple days.
A couple days.
Oh my.
Oh, a couple days. Oh, a couple days.
Yep.
Marion's visibly upset.
Yeah, you look over to the calendar on your wallet like there's an Alfred Hitchcock style zoom. And Varrick says, I am going to go try to sleep. And I'll talk to you guys in the morning.
Good plan, Mr. Varrick. I'm gonna do the same under this desk right here.
Good on you, kid. Good on you. I need to be paying you more. And he pulls out a couple more bills and tosses them towards you.
Thanks, man. I go to sleep under my desk. And I have pleasant dreams, I hope.
And pour myself into a cup.
Yeah. Marion, let's have you roll to see if you have good dreams. Why not?
How are them dreams? Okay. What am I rolling? Just a flat, like 2d6?
Yeah, we'll just make this a luck check.
All right. So that's a 5.
Oh boy, oh boy. What does Marion dream about tonight?
So Marion starts with some pleasant dreams. He is leaving his workshop and coming out to this idealistic version of Varrick world. There are tons of performing marionettes on the street going about their days, lots of guests that seem to be having a great time. It is just a lovely scene. And then all of a sudden, everything is on fire, and all my things, my marionettes have been burnt to the metal kind of endoskeleton, and they're chasing after people, and it sucks a lot. That's my dream. It sucks. It's bad.
Yeah, you're watching everything that you've worked so hard to put together go up in flames, and you feel a hand on your shoulder, and turn around, and you see, once again, the skeletal face of your old mentor, Belin Ski, and he says, Marion, who allowed these people into the park?
That was me, Bielinski. I may have done some very bad things.
He puts another hand on your other shoulder and pulls you in close right up to his face, and he says, I believe in you, my friend. I believe that you can fix this.
Fix this. That's what I do. Fix this. Okay. I close my eyes and try to ignore the fire and the smoke. Presumably wake up around then.
Yeah, and, despite the fact that you had a bad dream, the rules say that you clear those fatigues, so you're good to go.
All right, cool.
And, Grandma Halmeoni, do you think you dream?
I don't really think that's something I do. I mean, I don't really sleep either.
Yeah, you just kind of bubble.
Yeah, I go dormant. I become actual tea.
Yeah, so you get to clear your fatigue for that.
Nice.
And then we cut back over to the high-class VIP suites, and there's just like this Goku-style table full of empty plates in front of you.
Oh, that was so good. Oh, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight, or I'm gonna have incredible heartburn. I don't know, one of the two.
And the waiter comes up and says, these high-strength antacids were developed for Varrick himself. He lives a very stressful life.
Oh wow, geez, I got like billionaire healthcare solutions now. This is great.
He hands out a little plate that has an Andes mint and it looks like a tum, but it almost looks like it's vibrating on the plate.
Ooh, nice.
Fancy. And I like pick it up with my pinky finger extended.
Yep. And you chomp this down and you instantly feel like all of the irpiness in your tummy just like settles out. And you feel so mellow, and you're just like gazing out over the lounge floor, and you see walking out of the pool area is Bolin himself, wearing his fancy old-timey one-piece bathing suit.
Oh, Bolin, I know that guy. I am that guy. No, only during my work, I'm kind of that guy. Hey, Bolin, what's up?
He looks over at the table and sees it just piled with empty plates, and he's like, this looks like the kind of place I want to be hanging out. And he just like zooms over, and the waiter's just about to leave, and Bolin says, can you get me 5 dozen dumplings real quick? And the waiter says, of course, Master Bolin, and he goes walking off. And Bolin peers around a stack of plates towards you and says, hey, do I know you?
No, but I know you.
That's a pretty common thing around these places.
And I'm just like dumbfounded, like jaw to the ground, everything.
Well, he kind of pauses in the awkwardness for a moment and says, I'm Bolin, and he reaches his hand out towards you over the stack of plates.
I am Spider Shen Sing. I mean, I am Shen Man. I am Shen Xiao Sing, and I am your #1 fan.
Oh, are you the guy who plays Nuktuk here at the park?
You recognize me? I am. That is me.
Yeah, I've heard your name a couple times. Varrick says that you do a really good job.
Coming from you, sir, that is high praise. I try my best to really encapsulate Nuktuk, this beautiful creation that you made, this hero for all generations. All people can look up to you and just be like, I just want to be that hero. That people could just look at me and just think, man, that guy's going to save the day. I don't know. It's just, you're a real national treasure.
If I'm being honest, I miss the Nuktuk days. I mean, my current job is pretty great. I get to work for the president. I'm her personal assistant. But it's a little bit less adventurous and a little bit less dangerous and a little bit less stress-inducing than the days when I used to travel around with the Avatar, etc.
I mean, that's got to be great, not to be stressed all the time. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I've been going through a lot of hard things that are just keeping me like awake at night. But tonight I should be able to sleep very well because I had some sort of shaky pill that Varrick uses to ease the stomach acid that I, with all the food that I just ate, all that stomach pains that I'm going to have.
Let me tell you, I don't know what they put in those things, but it's got to be some kind of magic.
Yeah, probably.
Now, you look like you got a lot on your mind. What's going on?
Oh, just the normal day-to-day nuck-chuck things. But, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like I could share you this. I have dreams at night where I play Spider Batman. And Spider Batman is kind of stressed out because he has to take out this new villain, Tokuga, and he just doesn't know if he can. He just doesn't know if him by himself he'd be able to be the hero that Republic City and Varrick World need.
As much as I miss playing Nuktuk, I've been hearing, Varrick's been talking about wanting to do like a mover contract with Spider Batman, and if I got the chance to play Spider Batman, that would be so cool.
You want to play Spider Batman?
I mean, he's a real actual hero. Nuktuk is just a made up hero.
Bolin, you may have said the perfect thing. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that Spider Batman is a real hero and that people can look up to him just like they look up to Nukchuk.
Yeah. Oh, now my brain's really going. He's kind of oblivious of this wonderful moment that he's just given you. And he's like, if I were writing this script for this mover, Tokuga, the half-spirit outlaw who's just been out in the spirit wilds for who knows how long, he comes back to town. And how's Spider Batman going to take care of him? Maybe Spider Batman needs a sidekick or something.
Maybe he does. He does need a sidekick because he can't do this alone, right?
Yeah, maybe it's a plucky young kid. I mean, a lot of people think it's kind of weird, but I mean, Avatar Aang was 10 years old? Well, he was 110 years old, but still, he was, for all intents and purposes, he was 10 years old when he stopped the world from getting destroyed by Fire Lord Ozai.
Yeah, and people probably looked at him and thought, wow, he's too young to save the world, but he definitely did.
And what's the thing that Katara says? Even though he's inexperienced, I believe Aang can save the world.
Yeah. So maybe Spider Batman needs to get a sidekick.
I think that'd be pretty cool. It's very, very merchandisable.
Very merchandisable. That's right. Very business savvy. It's definitely on brand for Spider Batman. Bolin, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your night to really help me clear my head, be able to, move on from the stress that I've been having, and to fix my dreams, because that's where the stress is coming from, is from the dreams.
Yeah, and by this time, the waiter has plopped down all of the dumplings in front of him, and Bolin's head has been down, disappeared beneath the plates in between you, and he lifts his head, and his mouth is just like a hamster, dumplings in each cheek of his face, just distended out to a cartoonish proportion. He goes, "Hey, don't worry about it, kid. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. They're important. I followed mine and it got me here."
Yeah. You know what? I have a question to ask. And before I ask this question, is there live music?
Yeah, there's a little band off in the corner playing some light jazz.
I say, it's always been kind of a dream of mine. Do you want to do some karaoke with me?
He swallows all of his dumplings in one big gulp and says, "Let's do it."
Sweet. All right. And then I go over there and see if we can get some karaoke going.
Yeah. And as the strains of "I Need a Hero" are blaring throughout this lounge late at night, yeah, presumably you are going to sleep very, very well this evening.
Yes.
And you have managed to seek guidance from a mentor or powerful figure, so we're going to get to clear troubled and all of your fatigue.
Sweet.
Nice.
Now, let's pick up with the following morning. We've got some illegal things to help Varrick do.
Wahoo!
Can I assess the situation that's not like a situation, but to help me plan for something? Because I want to figure out how to find Sparrowkeep.
Okay, yes. Go ahead and roll plus creativity.
That's a 13.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Do we finally swap out the D6s?
Yes, we did.
All right.
I think the dice has been saying this is needed to happen for a while.
Okay, so we get to ask 2 of those questions.
Well, I guess what should I be on the lookout for, and what here can I use to find Sparrowkeep?
Yeah, so you start racking through your memories and you remember, oh wait, I know exactly where this kid lives because I accidentally smashed in through his window one night when I first met him.
That's true. I guess I go there. I want to jump off the roof and fly that way.
All right. So yeah, you are moving your way throughout Varrick World, and as you're getting there, you're trying to puzzle through your mind of what's a way that I can distract the entire police force? And you look down, and you actually can see you're passing by the racetrack, you're passing by the mech arena. It's like, okay, those definitely got the attention of the police force. Maybe I could use those again, or, something to try and get their attention.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. So how much time do I have, I guess? Like, what time of day is this?
It is pretty early morning at this point, and Varrick has equipped each of you with radios that have a private frequency that he uses for his own radio. And so you can get in touch with him at your leisure at this point.
Okay. Because first I want to go find Sparrowkeet.
Yeah, so you kind of peer in. We see from inside of the window, your head appears upside down from the top of the window, peering inside. And you see all of the other kids have left, but there's one kid who's still sitting on his bed. He looks like he's maybe a little bit more fatigued than usual from goodness knows what this kid's been doing.
He's just in his bed. And I'm a Spider Batman at this point.
Yeah.
I want to tap on the window.
And he looks over and he sees you and his eyes widen and he throws off the sheets and is about to rush towards the window, but then he pauses and he disappears on the other side of his mattress. And then he does like a dodge roll out into the middle of the room, like the aisle between all the beds. And you see he's wearing that mask and he comes walking very casually in a walk that he thinks is very cool up to the window. And he throws it open and says, "Spider Batman, I have been waiting for you to arrive."
I say, "I'm digging the voice, kid, but..."
Okay, you can keep the voice.
Thank you. Well, I just wanted to say I really appreciate the help fighting Professor Pentapus.
Oh, yeah, that was nothing. That was totally nothing. It was casual.
Yeah?
Just normal superhero stuff.
Tell me, what makes you think you could be a superhero?
Well, I don't have any parents, and that's the first thing that you need if you want to be a superhero.
Yeah, that's right on track, okay?
And I have this burning desire within me to right the wrongs that took my parents from me.
Kid, I think your heart's in the right place. I think, if I'm being completely honest, I need help.
He pauses for a moment and he turns away from you and you hear like a silent scream. You can just like see his body kind of shaking and he turns back towards you and he's like, "That's cool. I think that would be really cool. I would like that."
Well, today we needed to do a distraction. Varrick has some plans that he needs to talk to Gazal Rule, and he needs a distraction, and so Shen Xiaoxing has promised him a distraction and has gotten in contact with me so that I would do it, and I figured this might be a good time to test out your skills.
Let's do it. Give me just a second. I need to put on the rest of my costume real quick. And he disappears into a side room and comes back dressed in his full Sparrowkeet outfit.
Now, I have a glider. Wait, no, you have a glider too. We ran into each other.
Yeah, I've got my hang glider. I built it myself.
My internal anxieties say that maybe we should walk there, but I want to test this out. Let's go.
Cool, let's do it. So yeah, he goes and grabs his hang glider, and we'll roll for both of your gliders to see how well they're doing today.
Okay.
So your glider, that's an 8, so partial success as per usual.
As per usual, yep.
His glider, he kind of crashed into the alleyway yesterday, so it might be a little damaged. Let's see how it's doing. It's a 7, so it's also a little bit janky at the moment. So you both like leap off the top of the roof, off towards the far side of the park, and both of your gliders, they're starting to tilt and swerve all through the sky, but Sparrowkeet reaches out and like pulls out a bit of rope and lashes like the handlebar of his glider to the end of one of your wings that isn't doing super well, and it stabilizes the two of you, and you're able to start gliding in unison.
Kid, I think this is going to be the beginning of a great friendship.
And so, you need to find a way to distract the entire police force.
Yes.
What do we got? What do we got in that old noggin?
I guess I want to see if there's any crime I don't know. Like Spider Batman turns to Sparrowkeet. Kid, we need to somehow distract the police, and I've got maybe partial ideas. What do you have?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. There's a pro bending game going on later this morning. Actually, very, very soon. Just so conveniently soon is when this pro bending game is going on here in the park. And I happen to know of an underground gambling ring that is not supposed to be taking bets on these pro bending games that we have here in the park, but they still are.
Sounds like a good idea to go take that illegal gambling ring down.
Yeah, And so if we can figure out a way to expose this and also create a big flashy hubbub that is going to require the presence of every single cop in Varrick World, it's going to have to be big. It's going to have to be real flashy.
Well, I know some guys that maybe be able to help me out. And then I take him to Marion's office.
Yeah, you hear the door bang open right as Bielinski is like, you can fix this. And then there's a slam and you like sit up, bolt upright. You're in your cot underneath your desk and you slam your head against the bottom side of your desk.
Okay, 1 second. Grandma, we got company. Put on your body. I come to the door and open it up.
Slink over.
Spider Batman and an unaccompanied minor. What is going on?
He is accompanied. He's with me.
Okay, what do you want?
First, I want to introduce you to my new sidekick, Sparrow Keat.
Hello, child.
Doesn't that feel a little dangerous?
Everything I do is dangerous.
True, but like
Yeah, that's the problem.
for the kid. Is it dangerous for the kid?
I think he can handle himself.
Yeah, you're right.
He passed the test.
Kid, how old are you?
I am 11 years old. I'm older than Avatar Aang was when he started taking down Fire Lord Ozai.
True that. All right.
I mean, he's 5 times older than me.
Yep.
Okay.
I turn to him and I just kind of whisper to him. I'm like, hey, that was good thinking, but at the same time, you are a superhero and you need to keep your any personal information probably shouldn't be said. So, but just something to keep in mind. You know, just something to keep in mind.
What is your full name, young man?
Yo, what's your address?
Do you have a social?
And I look at him. And I just do this the hand, you know, across the throat, like nope.
Grandma Halmeoni, roll to trick an NPC
I don't know if it's tricking per se.
or plead with an NPC. Your choice, I suppose.
I'll do trick. That's better numbers for me.
Yeah, creativity instead of harmony.
That is a 9.
Oh my
A
goodness.
9. He goes, my name is Xiao Niao.
Oh, what a lovely name for a young man.
Oh, thanks.
I'll pat him on the head with my still sparking arm stump.
All right. Spider Batman and your pet child, what can we help you with today?
We need to take down this illegal gambling ring underneath the pro bending match that's going to be happening here soon because we need to get the police to be paying attention to us so that Varrick can do his thing. The problem is I need something that's going to be very noticeable so that the police will be distracted, basically. So I was hoping that you two could be able to help me out with this.
You want a bomb?
Yeah. Isn't that against the law?
I never said bomb. No, never said the word bomb.
You implied bomb. Luckily, I have one. Let me go to my desk. No, I'm just kidding. It's not armed, but if I put these two things together, doop, now it's armed.
And then I go, okay, take it apart.
Don't push the button on top right now or we'll all die.
Okay, so what's the plan then? I don't want to just...
Oh, I don't know. We have 20 minutes and counting down to figure out what the plan is.
What is this rigged up with, Marion?
Marion, do you know anything about... Where is this pro bending thing taking place?
At the Pro Bending Arena.
At the pro bending arena.
Is that in Varrick World?
Yep, they built a Pro Bending Arena in Varrick World. It's not as big and fancy as like the official Pro Bending one that's just across UA Bay, but this is where some of like the smaller games happen, some of the qualifiers before they take them to the big bending ring for like the big fancy tournaments.
Sounds good.
I know everything about sports.
I have an idea, actually. I'm gonna take this bomb apart. What if we use a fake bomb?
Ooh,
A
I like
fake
the way
bomb.
you're thinking.
Yeah, like a bomb that isn't real, and call in a bomb threat without the threat of an actual explosion. Because we've canceled, I don't know, in the last 2 weeks, like a dozen or so explosions. So maybe we just go with a fake bomb. I go to my other drawer and I have a big fake bomb.
Okay, so...
Is it just like a round black ball with just like the fuse sticking out
Yeah.
the top and on the side
Yes,
there's like a
it
skull
is.
and crossbones or something?
Yeah, it looks straight from like the bomb factory.
Okay, so we have a fake bomb.
Yeah.
Now, where do we need to put this? Like, how is this plan coming together, Marion? You're the plan, man.
Okay, well, I happen to have a puppet that looks a lot like the zoning marshal. Don't ask me why. It was on a whim.
It's a good thing you said don't ask me why, because I was literally about to ask you why, but then you told me don't ask me why, so I
Yeah,
won't.
and I was gonna not tell you. We've got this fake bomb, this fake zoning marshal. What if we film a fake threat that we're gonna, I don't know, explode this guy or something? How do we get all the police?
So we gotta take out. So here's the things. So we need, on one hand, we need the police to come
Yes.
be distracted, and on the other hand, we need to take down this gambling ring.
Are we the bad guys?
No. We're
I
good.
look
We're
at it
good.
and I point to him. We are not the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
Our boss asked us to do this crime, so we are morally.
I guess if we're just following orders, it's not a big deal.
We're just following.
I wasn't really trying to go down the crime route, but I guess here we are. So,
Yeah, this is more skirting around the law than breaking it. I don't know, this feels like an important distraction. Is bomb really our best route? Do we want to entertain? I just want to put that on the table. I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the option of entertainment.
Okay, how are we going to entertain the gambling ring into custody?
Police get 30% off their tickets.
Oh.
All right, I'll make flyers. I'm going to put the fake bomb away. The bomb things are just stressing me out. I'm going to make some flyers.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I never mentioned bomb. That was all you two.
Yeah, sure.
Why do you keep talking about bombs so much?
Spider Batman.
All right, so we're gonna print out these flyers really quick.
Yes. Child Ward, you look like you know how to make a good flyer. Get to work.
Can do. And he turns towards the camera as he starts putting the flyers together and says, "Look at the things that money can do to well-intentioned people." And then gets back to making his flyers.
And I just monologue out loud. I'm just like, I don't like how the first thing I did when I brought a child sidekick in to do arts and crafts, but that's okay.
It's a pretty good child sidekick activity.
This is all for justice.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you'll ever do for that kid.
We can get to the crowbar stuff later on. We start small with the flyers.
Okay.
Yeah, he turns around and you can see this entire thing is pasted macaroni with crayon. It's got like a macaroni tableau of the pro bending arena and this big crayon message that says 30% off for all cops.
Oh, yeah.
Kid, where'd you get all that macaroni?
I'll just keep it in my pocket.
Oh.
His utility belt is just full of different...
Pocket macaroni.
He like reaches into his utility belt. One of them's got macaroni, one of them's got crayons, one of them's got a Capri Sun in case I get thirsty.
Oh my God.
I'm starting to rethink life choices.
You just got the nearest 11-year-old.
One of them's got a bunch of caltrops that I can drop behind me in a car chase and
Okay.
pop the tires of the people who are pursuing me.
Wow.
Okay.
Is it just a pokey macaroni?
One of them has this powerful fear agent that I concocted in my lab that I can spray in people's faces and make them go crazy.
Oh, let me see that.
I'm gonna yoink it out of his hands.
All right, this is actually a cool 11-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold on to this.
Okay.
I'm going to give you something. I go to my desk and I pull out a pin that says, "I'm a cool 11-year-old," and I pin it to a shirt. I've got a couple hundreds of those in my desk just in case.
All right. So yeah, he continues making some of these flyers. Now, we're going to need to trick an NPC to convince the police that they want to all go to the same thing.
Dang it.
But remember, we've also got the help action. When you take appropriate action to help a companion, mark 1 fatigue to give them a +1 to their roll after the roll. So, who do we think is going to do the best job of trying to trick these policemen into going to this pro bending match?
And what's for tricking? What's the...
To trick is plus creativity. We know Grandma Halmeoni's got good creativity.
Okay, let's do Grandma Halmeoni.
Yeah, she should do the sign off on these posters.
Okay.
Like, just make sure they're good to go. They're good for police eyes.
I will investigate them. I know the police inside and out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You sat in a 4-hour interrogation, yeah.
I've watched 4 hours of Cops. I know all about them.
Cops of Republic City.
So go ahead and roll plus creativity.
That's a 9.
All right. So we can get some help from our friends. If one of you marks 1 fatigue, we can bump that up to a full success.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. You notice at the very last moment, it's like, wait a second, that's not macaroni, that's farfalle. And you manage to get the right pasta on there.
Thank goodness.
And so, yeah, now we get 2 options from the list. They stumble, take +1 forward to acting against them. They act foolishly. I tell you what additional opportunity they give you. They overcommit. They are deceived for some time.
They it's not me, but I want them to overcommit to
I
the
think it's got to be overcommit and they act foolishly.
Yep. Those both make a lot of sense for what we're trying to accomplish here.
Meanwhile, at the precinct, somebody busts down the office door with this macaroni poster and it's like, guys, we gotta go! 30% off!
Yeah, so Bei Fong, she turns and sees this display and her eyes twitching. And she goes, you know, it's been a stressful time. The rest of you, you can take a little break. I'm going to stay here because the city doesn't sleep and crime doesn't sleep and I cannot sleep. I have not slept. I'm going to be okay. You all go watch that show. And so you've managed to convince everybody except for Bei Fong. Now, what are we going to do to distract the chief of police?
Call in a bomb threat.
Yeah! Plan B. Plan bomb.
So we know that she's not going to be there. I want to go talk to her then.
All right, as Spider Batman or as Shen Shaoxin?
As Spider Batman.
Yeah, she watches all of the other policemen exit out of the precinct, and she turns around, and you're just standing there, and she flips out. You notice that she is on the very edge of losing her composure.
It's okay. It's just me, Spider Batman.
And she goes, yes, I noticed it was you. What's going on? What's the deal?
I just wanted to say I respect your resolve to take down injustice in this city. It matches mine.
I might say it exceeds yours, but continue.
Little column A, little column B. All right. I'm gonna say we're trying to take down a gambling ring tonight, and I need your help.
And her eyes narrow. Well, if you roll good enough on your harmony roll to plead with an NPC, we just might be able to make that happen.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. We're recording, so I can't say that word. 3.
3.
That's pretty good.
You know what, Spider-Batman? You can take care of this one by yourself. I trust you. You're kind of goofy, you're kind of bumbling, but you've proven that you are capable. I trust you to take down this gambling ring by yourself.
Oh, come on. You know you wanna take down a gambling ring.
Please.
Just one little gambling ring.
Just one little gambling ring. You just think about like all the people that we could take down with this one gambling ring, all the other lower level criminals that have some sort of ties to this gambling ring.
You know, if you mark 2 fatigue or 1 condition, I will allow you to re-roll that.
I will do a condition.
All right, how are you feeling?
I'm going to say guilty.
You know that you're trying to trick the chief of police so you can do something illegal.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, go ahead and re-roll that. That's not a good face.
No, it's not a good face, and it's not a good roll. That is, in fact, the lowest roll I probably could do.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
It's a 2.
all right.
Nice.
You got lower?
Apparently, when I give up my ideals, I roll bad.
Apparently.
Ain't that just the way?
Would you like to mark another 2 fatigue or another condition to re-roll?
I'm gonna be too fatigued to actually take down the gambling ring if I do this. But I'll do it because we need her.
Oh boy. You want to do fatigue or condition?
Fatigue.
All
Fatigue
right.
is good.
Okay, 2 fatigue. Man, trying to convince Lin Bei Fong to let you do illegal things, I'm sure is going to be a stressful situation for anybody involved.
Okay, 10.
10.
Yep.
Finally,
There she
there we
is.
go.
So that's where it's at.
Yes, on a 10 plus, they act now and do their best until the situation changes. Yeah, she narrows her eyes and she's like, you know what? What am I doing? I've been so focused on bombs all this time. I've been so worried about bombs. There's been so many bombs around here. I forget that other crimes are also crimes. I can help you take down this gambling ring.
Glad to see you're on our side. Oh man, that was so tiring. All right, so what's the plan? Do you have any ideas of what we should do?
Well, we should make our way over to the pro bending arena first. And she turns around and she's like walking towards the door to leave. And she walks right into the door jamb next to it. And she pauses and shakes her head. She says, I'll sleep once crime sleeps. And then she turns and walks out the door and continues along the way. It seems that her judgment is maybe a little impaired at the moment.
Do you want some tea or something that has caffeine in it that'll wake you up a little bit?
Tea would be wonderful. Let's get some tea.
Okay,
So yeah, you have successfully managed to clear all of the cops out of the precinct.
cool. I want to meet Marion and Grandma Halmeoni again. I want to meet them. I guess we'll be somewhere outside the pro bending room.
Sweet.
Okay, I got all the police to come. Took a little bit more effort than I wanted it to, but we're there. They're here.
You look like you've been through some really rough stuff in the past few minutes. What happened?
Don't worry about it. Me and Sparrowkeet are gonna go in. We're gonna start a scene, and then maybe you guys come in and give us some backup. Marion, do you have any ideas for backup?
Yeah, I got my these guys on a gesture behind me, and I got 6 marionettes ready to go.
Sweet.
All right, what kind of marionettes are these ones?
These are Earthbender marionettes. Maybe they will have some extra tricks up their sleeveys.
Maybe.
Sweet.
Grandma Halmeoni, have you tried to do anything to fix your hands yet?
I was gonna ask, if enough time has passed, could I get some hands that I flip them around and they're laser guns?
Both rely on your skills and
I
training.
want to spend all my money on laser gun hands.
Yeah, you got the money for it. I did have Varrick give you a lot of money, didn't I?
Yes. Now, can I use my picking up skills thing for that?
Picking up skills.
That lets me roll with creativity instead of focus.
Nice.
If it's something to do with my third background, which laser gun arms feels pretty urban to me.
Yeah, the only place that lasers have been notably seen was when Kovira's mecha giant destroyed the city. So I suppose that is on brand.
I'm gonna only roll with creativity this entire game.
You know, if you can figure out how to game it, go for it.
That is an 8.
And 8. So it is going to be, you're going to do it imperfectly. I tell you how your approach might lead to unexpected consequences, accept those consequences, or mark 1 fatigue. They're unstable. So whenever you try and fire the laser guns, I'm going to make a fortune roll to see if it's perfectly fine or if they start degrading.
Easy enough. I've got laser gun hands.
Heck yeah.
You've got laser gun hands. And Sparrowkeet turns towards the camera and says, look what money can do to well-intentioned people.
What was that, young man? Who are you talking to?
I'm just talking to the audience. Don't worry about it.
Who?
So Sparrowkeet's a mixture of Robin and Deadpool.
Yep. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
no.
Because, we've got Spider-Batman. We have to have this guy mixed up with somebody else.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got our heroes getting ready to cause a big old distraction. And Chen, you hear a little beep coming from your belt and you pull out your radio. It's got a little pager function and you see a message coming in from Varrick that says, thanks, kid, I'm going in. And so Varrick is off doing his thing in the precinct. You are all getting ready to bust this gambling ring. And I think that sounds like a good place for us to pick up next time.
All right.
Oh boy. We never quite know how these things are going to play out, but here we are. We're breaking a gambling ring.
And here we are today.
Oh, yeah.
Not bombing a gambling ring.
Not bombing again. Look at us. Look at the self-restraint that we have shown today.
Sometimes posters are just as good as explosives.
Correct.
The pen is mightier than the bomb.
Right.
As a graphic designer, I approve this message. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to ImpTab Avatar. We'll be back next time with more adventures in the world of Varrick World. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as a young child who has been given an official job as the sidekick of his hero, and also as happy as the hero who got to meet his hero and got told by his hero that he was an actual hero. If you go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice.
Good heavens.
Yeah, lots of heroics going on in this campaign. We're also all over social media at Improv Tabletop, so if you'd like to connect with us there, maybe you would like to talk with Connor about his history with Beelin Ski and why that is a significant part of this campaign. Don't be afraid to reach out.
He's no fun. He's no Blinsky.
He's no fun, he's no Blinsky. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons.
All right.
Wahoo!
And this week we are shouting out Paul Cosgrove, Peter Ohms, and Sammy Ryan.
Brava. Brava.
Boy.
Brava!
Brava bravissima.
Wahoo.
These people are the ones who helped to get Grandma Halmeoni the laser gun technology to power her new hands.
Very cool.
All right.
Very
Well, thank
cool.
you for your
Thank you.
service. Yeah.
Yeah, working in Spirit Vine technology, it's a hip new part of the tech sector. So, you're getting paid tons for that.
Booyah.
And we will have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next time. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Miceborn, the Mouse Ritter Chronicles.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak, indeed. This one, it's got a surprising length to it.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and I'm just feeling a lot. I mentioned last week that I'm really feeling the Cosmere RPG vibes going on, and just feeling a lot of good Cosmere stuff going on in general. So if you're feeling excited about the Cosmere RPG and don't want to have to wait until 2026 to get some official Mistborn RPG books, then maybe you can watch us make a mockery of Mistborn on the Mouse Ritter Chronicles. And now let's do a round of plugs. Connor, would you like to take that this time around?
Yes, I would. And I would like to first and foremost bring up our lovely sister podcast, I Cast Fireball, the D&D 5e actual play podcast. I believe things are currently quite piratey. There is the 7 Seas and then some. Our host and DM Ned has a satyr with some very big feelings, or very big one feeling. I don't know. It's
Very big one feeling. That is very accurate.
I would also like to plug your backlog and revisiting old favorites. We are kind of in a dry spell right now in like good new big video games coming out. That's not to say there isn't like some good indie stuff coming down the pipeline. However, we're in a bit of a dry spell right now, and so I, in my gaming hobby, have been going back and playing games that I used to really, really enjoy. Maybe I didn't give them a whole lot of time when they first came out because I was distracted by XYZ. I gotta say, I'm saving money by not buying new stuff, and there are several games I've picked up where I'm like, man, how did I never finish this? So give your backlog a second chance. If you don't have anything there that's catching your attention, go back and play an old favorite, because that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sometimes you just find yourself being like, it's getting close to fall. What if I just replay the entire Resident Evil series again?
To invite in the new, cooler season.
Yes. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of ImpTab Avatar Varrick World. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Conrad Woodard, Slayer of the Backlog.
Justin Porter, aka JP, and I just made a new friend.
And Thomas Ryan as Justin Porter, aka JP.
Now I have to deal with that this weekend. Bye.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on ImpTab Avatar. I have such a big backlog. I need to
same.
actively stop myself from looking at Steam sales because I just have too many games that I already own that I need to play.
I know, dude. I know. Yeah, I guess I'll buy every Borderlands game for $3.
Maybe I'll play them someday just like I'm playing all these other games.
Maybe someday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.